All right, y'all. Welcome, welcome. Blessings to everybody in the name of the Messiah, Yeshua, Jesus, if you speak English. We have some interesting things to go over today, y'all. I'm excited for this stream, and we will be live momentarily. Make sure to like the video as usual. If we can get this stream up to 750 likes during the stream, I will be giving away 0.025 Bitcoin, currently worth about $1,500. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? We are live on this absolutely beautiful, it is a beautiful Monday morning. The roosters are outside crowing, the sun is shining, the Pikachu hat is here to cover up the bedhead, guys. You know, I can't be on the YouTube looking like a total bum. Obviously, I care very much about my appearances. And the only thing I care about more than my appearances is Bitcoin and Ethereum. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. Shout out to Memory Man. Shout out to Boyan, aka Bojan. Shout out to Brian Reed. We're gonna have a wild chicken party today, Andrew Simmons. That is absolutely correct. Thank you for being here, Memory Man. All right, guys. Well, let us get into this this juicy price action right here. So, before we get into the future, let's talk a little bit about the past. Bitcoin. Currently, I am in a long position from right down here. And really, we've been ranging, if we take a look here, we've been ranging between the lows right about here and the highs right about here. And we can pull a little fixed range from this area just to get kind of, in general, what's happening. So we can see that currently, Bitcoin is finding some support on that point of control right here, and we're struggling with it, right? We're struggling with it. We came down, we bounced off it once, we bounced off it twice. It looks like every time we bounce off of it, we're making a lower high. And yeah, so what is going to happen? We're going to talk about it, but the reason I was able to get in along from right down here is simply because we did have a lot of confluence at this area. In fact, if we go ahead and just turn on some of our levels here, if we turn on some daily levels, boom, we can see that we have a daily level coming in right there at about 59,024. And not only that, but if we pull out our favorite thing to pull out, y'all know what I love to pull out. If we pull out our fib, I think from here to the high, we can see that it is perfectly a golden pocket. And not only that, y'all, but I don't know if I still have it on my screen now, but interestingly enough, if we go to a higher time frame, maybe like the 1 hour, and we zoom out a little bit, that was just that was a very strong support, because we also had this, if we pull just a parallel channel from here to here, down to the bottom, we can also see that we were retesting this thing, depending on where you pull from. I had it pulled from an area. I think I connected it to this high right here. So anyway, there's just a lot of support right there, and that was the level that we were looking at yesterday. So yesterday there were two potential areas I was looking to trade. First of all, we were looking for a swing failure pattern off this down here off of this wick, and then the next level we had here was the 618 golden pocket with all that confluence. And you know, we were looking for bullish divergences when we come down to a trade. And actually, this is really interesting, because I think this will probably help a lot of people who don't know when to take a long and when not to. Like, if I post a potential trade setup in the VIP Discord, I'm not always going to take that trade setup. I'll take it if I get my confirmations. So we can see right here, as we came down below this possible chicken drinking water wick right here, we fell right down through it. We did get a little bounce, but it wasn't anything too significant. And the reason is because if we look at Market Cipher B, we were not getting any bullish divergences. Price was making a lower low and momentum was making a lower low. But when we come down to the golden pocket / daily level, you can see that now Market Cipher B is switching bullish. Even though price is continuing to get lower, Market Cipher B is switching bullish right here. And so when that happens, right? In fact, let's go down to the 1 minute right now and take a look at it, because it's just so important that if you are doing your technical analysis, as we should all be doing, and we are looking to take trades, you know, I was looking at the 1 minute time frame, but as soon as we see that bullish divergence on the 1 minute time frame, boom, that's where we get that bounce. And so make sure you are seeing your confirmations before you're taking a trade, right? Don't be married to a level just because it's a level. In fact, you know what's really interesting about this is the way it happens. I mean, it's so perfect. So don't force a trade. Wait for the trade to come to you. And if anybody doesn't know what a bullish divergence is, it's simply when price is making a lower low and your oscillator on Market Cipher B is making a higher low. And on the 1 minute time frame, this is such an ideal setup because we have two giant BitBoy green dots right here. Two giant BitBoy green dots is always it's always a good confirmation. If it's in a bullish divergence and you have two BitBoy green dots, that's always a good confirmation. So that was a really good trade setup. In the Discord here, I posted, you know, hey, that chicken's drinking water setup wasn't validated, but the golden pocket was good. We got a super nice bounce out of that golden pocket, really juicy. So that trade was up. Let's see if I can find it now, because everyone is killing it in the Discord, man. Everyone is absolutely killing it. Here we go. The Bitcoin trade, I did take some profits out of it at 62%. I did take profits out also higher when we got up a little bit higher here. Yeah, so now I also entered an Ethereum long when we got that juicy bounce. In fact, the Ethereum long was super juicy as well, even more juicy than the Bitcoin long. So yesterday in the Discord, the two levels I was mainly looking at to take scalps for the day was one level right here at 3673, and that's the level we actually did get our bounce off of with the bullish divergences. There was a lot of confluence there at that level. We came down there, and look at that bounce we got. Boom, right there. Such a juicy bounce. We had the divergences on the 6 minute time frame, and at first I thought it was going to be a super weak bounce, because you could see we got the two BitBoy green dots on the 6 minute time frame. I should have just trusted my dang indicators, but things were looking bearish, and I didn't know if I was going to get stopped out in profit. But I mean, anyway, we just got such a nice bounce. We smashed into take profit 1, take profit 2. Super juicy, guys. Absolutely juicy. Glad I took those trades yesterday. By the way, if you do want to get into the VIP Discord, you can do so by going to patreon.com/Jason Casper. It's actually on the top of the screen right now because I'm trying to up my game here and be a little bit more profesh. Y'all know what I'm saying? Trying to be a little bit more professional here. You know, trying to keeping the Pikachu happy, being a little bit more professional. All right. So what's going on with the corn right now? Let's talk about the corn right now. If we go to the daily time frame, Market Cipher B. Let me turn off these levels here, guys. Let me turn off this stuff. We go to the daily level Market Cipher B. We can see something that we are currently printing a red dot. Now, red dots on Market Cipher B, they mean one of two things. They mean either we need to consolidate for a little bit and then come up a little bit more, like what we did around this area, right, where we just consolidated, traded sideways, came up a little bit more, or right here, we can see this red dot printed, and we simply just traded sideways for about a week before another move to the upside. Another thing that this red dot could mean, y'all, is that we need to come down a little bit and have a bit of a pullback. After all, we are coming into some serious resistances. We've closed the weekly candle at a new record high, which is very, very significant. And everybody's feeling super, super bullish right now on Bitcoin, which sometimes can be a sign that we're going to have a pullback, right? If everybody's super bullish and people who have never even gotten into Bitcoin now are buying Bitcoin, longing Bitcoin with high leverage, if there are bigger players in the market that want to fill large buy orders, they're going to have to do it by setting limit orders at lower prices on the way down and filling those limit orders and taking basically money from everyone who's market longing with high leverage. And, you know, right now, technically, okay, we are printing a bearish divergence on the 1-day time frame. If we're going to take it from back here and take it to this high, technically we are printing a bearish divergence. Technically, we can see money flow potentially putting in a lower high. If we go down to the 4-hour time frame, we can see also that, look at this, money flow is coming down, momentum is coming down. It looks like we need to either consolidate or have some kind of a pullback here. And, you know, am I saying we're going to drop? Here's what I really think. You know, this whole ETF thing, although I don't trade based on news stories, we know historically that when the news comes out, you know, Elon Musk tweets, right? He comes out of his closet with his phone. He's just tweeting all this stuff. You know, Bitcoin is bad for the environment because it causes climate change and all this. And, you know, we need to all escape the earth and go to Mars. The price of Bitcoin goes way down. But when we go back and look at the charts, we can see, hey, the charts were looking pretty bearish too before Elon Musk tweeted. So right now, if the ETF thing happens to not get approved or be put on hold, everybody right now who is buying the rumor that the ETF is going to be, is going to be approved, we could have the old situation of, you know, buy the rumor, sell the news. And if the news comes out that the ETF has not been approved, look at just how we're set up right here for some bearish action, right? Money flows coming down on the 4-hour. We've been putting in bearish divergences on the 4-hour. We just put in a lower high after rejecting off of, you know, this level here was actually, I'm pretty sure it was a naked weekly point of control, right? So we came up, we reject perfectly off a naked weekly point of control. We've put in a lower high, momentum's coming down, money flow's coming down. We're being set up for, if bearish news comes out, everyone's going to say, oh, it was the news. Well, maybe, right? Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But, you know, potentially we could come down to some lower levels here. And let's talk about what lower levels we could potentially come down to, because, you know, we have to be prepared for upward and downward movement. We cannot just expect that Bitcoin is just going to keep going up, up, up. As much as I want it to go up, 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 I do. I really do. I would love for Bitcoin to continue going up and hit new all-time highs, and I think it will. But perhaps we need to have a pullback soon. So there are certain areas that I'm looking for. Let's go to a medium-term time frame here, maybe the 1 hour. And first of all, you know, what I really like to do is I like to pull fibs, right? I like to pull fibs. If we pull a fib from this low here to the high up here, you know, we can see that we do have a nice golden pocket coming in right around 57.3, where there's a nice just region of support and resistance in general. We can see if we just kind of draw a box around this area here that we do have, you know, a lot of liquidity in the market right here, right? I mean, this was our resistance. This box was our resistance for a while up at the top, and then it was our support trading in this box for quite some time, right? This is the 1 hour time frame, and you know, it's one of the areas that I really think we could be looking at. Also, if we just look at this little area that we were trading in right here, just this little area of price action, you know, we can see that obviously this is a high volume node. If we pull it all the way to here as well, we can see this is just a high volume node. We traded a lot in here. So there's some confluence here with a high volume node and a golden pocket, which would potentially we could come down to. Just if we take this last leg up, this would be a great retracement. And then obviously I love to pull my fib, right? So let's see. We also have a daily level, an older daily level in this general zone. So this box here, if we are to come down and lose the low that we put in yesterday, where I took the long, this would be the next major area that I'm looking at. And if we lose that, well, then I like to pull my fibs and just see if there's more confluence along the way down. I would pull a fib from here to the high. And we've also got this golden pocket coming in right about 55.2. Turn that off. I'm going to turn off the 786s for now, y'all. And let's see if we have any confluence there. Yeah, look, we also have a daily level, an older daily level right around there. And also, we could just see that, if we look at the volume that was traded along this golden pocket, it's a high volume node as well. So these are like areas that I'm expecting, if we're going to be able to catch along, if Bitcoin does have a retracement, these are some areas that I'd be looking to potentially catch along. And then, we just keep pulling our fibs from those swing lows to the same swing high to find support along the way down. And a lot of people ask me, hey, yo, Jay, man, how you know where to pull your fib from, right? If you're looking for support on the way down from a dump, you're going to pull it from different swing lows to the same swing high, right? That's how you're going to do it. You're going to pull it from every swing low you can see on the chart to the same swing high. And that's how you're going to get your levels. And once you get your fib levels, then you're going to see, is there any confluence there? Is there any confluence there? Do we have a daily there? Do we have a weekly there? Do we have a high volume node there? And if the answer is yes, then you can mark that potentially as a key level or a key area. And you could even draw a box around that area and just tell yourself, all right, if we come down into this general box, maybe, and I see bullish confirmations on Market Cipher, bizzle, maybe I'll start laddering in some limit orders down there if I see bullish divergences forming as we drop down to that area. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we've got this down here. This is a golden pocket that we do have. It's very enticing. It's enticing, guys. And the reason why it's so enticing is because, not only is it a golden pocket, but we also do have this low right here. Boom. At about 53,378, we have a low. Okay. This low could potentially, we could just come out, take all the liquidity from this area and get a bounce right off of that golden pocket. We can also see that we have a previous area right here of resistance. I mean, it would set us up for a pretty nice potential entry there, right? So these are some areas that we are looking, that I am looking, if we get a huge dump to potentially get in on a long, as long as Market Cipher is giving me my confirmations. So people always ask, hey, in fact, this is the accent people use whenever they ask me a question, like, hey, yo, Jay, my man, what's going on, Jay? Hey, that's how they talk. I don't know why. I live in the middle of the sticks, in the middle of nowhere, but for some reason, everyone has this fake sounding New York accent where I live. Who would have thought? They're like, what do you mean by your confirmations? All right. Well, here's what I mean. If we are going to get a significant bounce off of a level, a higher term level, like, for example, some of the fibs that I just pulled, like this thing, right? If we're going to get a bounce off of this, I would consider this a higher term level because we've had, over a week, right? Let's see. We've had 12 days of trading, almost 2 weeks of trading after this important level right here of, which used to be resistance. And then we had this little cup and handly thingy. I don't know. This would be a higher term time frame level with the golden pocket there. So what I would want to see as we come down to that level, if we are going to get a significant bounce, is I really would want to see the 1 hour time frame giving us some kind of big wave to the downside like this on Market Cipher B. And Market Cipher B, guys, is a really good indicator. Those divergences don't lie. I mean, they really don't. So we would want to see a nice deep wave like this, maybe even a deeper wave, and the money flow coming down to being purple. And then while the money flow is thick in the purple, that's where we would want to start to see Market Cipher be printing higher lows. So the price could get a big old dump, we get a little retracement, people long it, and then boom, all those people get stopped out. It comes even lower, it comes up a little bit, and then it comes even lower, right? Comes even lower. Where's our level? It dumps way down to our level, boom. And as it comes to our level, Market Cipher B on the 1 hour is printing a higher low. And when the 1 hour is printing a higher low as it's coming to your level, that's when you go to the lower time frames and you're like, all right, what's the 24 minute doing? If the 24 minutes doing the same dang thing as the 1 hour, you're like, that's pretty dang juicy. Makes me want to eat some watermelon on a hot day when I'm out in the garden and the sun's beating down on my back and I'm hot and I'm thirsty. And I want to go inside to my wife, Big Butts 28. Shout out to Big Butts 28. And she's like, oh, Jason, I have some watermelon for you. It's nice and cold. I'm like, yeah, let me eat some of that cold, juicy watermelon. It's so refreshing on a hot day. Okay. And then you go down to the 12 minute and you see the same thing on the 12 minute, the same thing on the 6 minute. You know it's going to be a good trade setup. What you don't want to see is only a divergence on the 1 hour only, because you can't trust that 1 hour divergence while it's still printing unless the lower time frames are confirming to you that that 1 hour divergence is also going to confirm. Whoa, what happened right here? I don't know what happened with ETH. Something's going on with Ethereum here. What's going on with Ethereum? I don't know. Whew. We're dumping. That's what's going on. We're dumping. We're dumping and we're bouncing. All right, let's see something real quick. Boom. Did we hit that level? No, we didn't hit that level. It's not looking so good, actually. It's not looking so good. So, let's see. I don't know why that alert went off, actually. I actually don't know. And I don't have time to get into it now either. But I will say this. What we see right now on the 1 hour looks like a bullish divergence, right? But we can't trust this bullish divergence yet, because we don't know if this momentum wave is going to come down lower than the first one and give us convergence. We don't want to get conned by the divergences, okay? We don't want to get conned. We need die, okay? We don't want to get conned. We want to die, all right? We need the divergences. And the only way we can know for sure that this 1 hour bullish divergence, which, by the way, money flow is coming down, so that makes it a little bit shady in the first place. The only way we can know if this is legit is if we go to the lower time frames and see it also on the lower time frames. Okay? So we can kind of see it a little bit on the 12 minute, and we want to go lower. Now look at this on the 6 minute. This is telling us not yet, guys. Not yet. Don't enter the trade yet, y'all. Even though you see it on the 1 hour, even though you see it on the 12 minuto, even though you see it on maybe the 9 minuto, you can start to see here on the 9 minute and on the 6 minute and on the 3 minute, not yet. Don't do it yet. Just wait it out. Wait for price to come to your level with the right confirmations. Could price pump up to 100K from here? Yes. Yes, it could. But why would you, as a trader, as somebody who's in this for the long term to actually make money doing this, why would you, hey, wait a second. Hang on, guys. What do I want to do? I want to do, yeah. No, that's not what I want to do. What the heck? All right, whatever. I want to get rid of this the top bar that I have on here. By the way, everyone, check out this interview I did with K-Pax, man. What a cool trader. If you're a trader, why would you want to risk losing your capital when you don't have your confirmations, right? You want to wait until you have your confirmations, because here's the truth. The truth is, a trade will come. You will absolutely 100% find another trade setup. You're not going to miss out on your opportunity to make money. So what we need to do is, instead of trying to take every dang trade that's potentially out there, we want to trade like a spoiled brat. We want to say, I'm only going to take the trade if the 1 hour is diverging, the 12 minute, the 6 minute, the 3 minute, the 1 minute. Of course, there's nuances here, guys. the more time you spend looking at Market Cipher, the more you'll understand how to read it in context. But the thing is, another trade will come. So if you don't have those confirmations, don't take the trade. It's not worth it. We only have, we're in this game as long as we have money, capital to trade with. If we lose our capital, we're out of the game. We're totally out of the game if we lose our capital. So preservation of capital is number one. Yeah. So make sure to FOMO into the like button, y'all. What's going on, Crypto Savvy? He says, good morning, buff boy. Yeah, I'm kind of like BitBoy, except a little bit more buff, right? Because I'm down here in the TA dungeon where we make those gains. You know what I'm saying? We make those gains. Talking about the crypto gains and the weight PR gains, right? Yeah. Let's see. Cool. So Dillaquays liked that video. Shout out to Lord Cyborg, who's back to work. Someone else is back to work. I don't know. Yeah, Aaron Grierson. Rule number 1: do not lose money. Do not lose money. Yeah. So those are the levels for Bitcoin that I'm looking at. And is Pikachu my favorite Pokemon? No, not even close. I don't even know why I have this hat, guys. I don't know why. It was in my dad's car. A number of years ago, my dad was in a really bad car accident. Thank God he was okay. And when we went to the junkyard to take some stuff out of the car, this was in there. And I took it. I took it, and I've got it now. I've got it right now. You know, actually, my favorite Pokemon is actually Charizard. If you wanted to know that. Yeah, those are the levels for Bitcoin. And by the way, guys, as I say every stream, if you want to learn how to do the technical analysis, if you want to learn in detail how to get the levels, how to read Market Cipher, check out jasoncaspertrading.com. This course will equip you with the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader. Because if you follow these principles, check out the testimonials here, changing the way thousands of people approach the markets. If you follow these principles, they're just principles and things that I've learned over the years to systematize my trading so that I'm not flopping and groping, so that I'm not entering stupid trades, so that even if I do enter a stupid trade, which always happens, right? Because we're emotional creatures, I'm such an emotional creature. Sometimes we enter stupid trades. And so if you're using good risk management, those stupid decisions you make are not going to set you back. And if you're not the best trader and you're not that good at finding confirmations, losses will not set you back if you're using good risk management. The order of operations is you have to know your technical analysis. You have to know how to read Market Cipher if you're using Market Cipher, which I do. You have to have a strategy that you've back tested to know that it has a high win rate. There are certain strategies that have a very high win rate. Some of them are very easy. Some of them are more complex. You have to have these tools in your toolbox. If you have the right mindset going into it, if you have the right risk management strategy, you're setting yourself up for success. Right? There's currently a 30% discount in the description of this video. Make sure to check it out if you're interested. Make sure to do it. And what is going on though? Because okay, are things good here? Like, hang on. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on with my stream, guys? I'm trying to get more professional. It's tough. It's tough. Should we talk about Ethereum for a little bit? Should we talk about Ethereum for a little bit? Let's talk about it for a little bit. Now, Ethereum is getting a nice bounce here. And we can see that we came down to a fib level right here. And wait a second, let me zoom out. We almost came down to this fib level. I wonder if there's any confluence there. Look how sloppy this chart is. Nah. All right, so we almost came down to a fib level. If we look at Market Cipher B, we can see a few things. We can see number one, on the 1 minute, bullish divergence from Oh, wait. It's not the best bullish divergence, but we do see bullish divergence. We see money flow coming up. We see momentum coming up. We see the VWAP coming up. We were coming down to a level. Let's see if we have confirmation on higher time frames. Do we? Do we have confirmation on higher time frames? Well, the 1 hour is not diverging, but it looks like it's going to print a trigger wave soon. How about the 24-minute? 24-minute also not diverging, but we have upward momentum. This would be like the kind of trade, 12-minute, giving you some good bullish divergences. This, to me, would be a good scalp to take. If I was looking at this level to trade, the 6 minutes diverging, the 3-minute diverging as we come to the level, the 1 minute also diverging as we come to the level. This would be a good scalp trade to take, right? Look at that bounce, too. I mean, obviously we didn't touch the level, but if we had, and you had your limit set there as you're watching things come down, you know, that's a nice 1% move already. A nice 1% move. Yeah. So it's really just about marking the levels and then using the confirmations. Because for me, people always ask, they're like, hey, yo, Jay, hey, yo, where's Bitcoin going to go? Where's Ethereum going to go? And the answer is always, I don't know. Go up, it could go down. Doesn't really matter. As long as we know what levels we're interested in and we know what we're looking for in order to get into a trade. Shout out to Zach Wright. Thanks for being here, bro. Who else we got in here? Memory Man. Jason Avant. Yeah. Who's Norm McDonald? When we look for upward or downward movement on divergences, do you use the tops or bottoms of candles? It depends if it's a hidden divergence or a regular divergence. It really depends on that. It depends, right? If it's a regular divergence, we look at the, man, look at this pump. Is the corn pumping too? Not as much as the ETH. Not as much as the ETH, and the corn didn't really have any bullish divergences here. Corn didn't really have any bullish divergences here. Yeah, we had convergences. Yeah, we shall see. We shall see. Yeah, I mean, you know, really, the truth is, you know, you guys know. Do we look at the top or the bottom? It depends. It depends. It really depends, like, what's the situation? Because if we're looking for, whoa, I don't know if I want to see that. You know, the Google depends images are much different than these, okay? They're much different, okay? Depends. See, if it's a regular divergence like this, then we're going to be using the... If it's bullish, we're going to be using the bottom of the candles and the bottom of the momentum waves. If it's bearish, we're going to be using the tops. Okay, so a good example of a bearish divergence would be this right here. We're going to be using the tops of the candles, connecting to the tops, and then the momentum waves are going to be connecting to the tops. That's a regular divergence. And a regular bullish divergence is something like this right here, where we're connecting the bottoms of the candles and the bottoms of the Market Cipher B, right? Regular divergences, okay? They look like this, okay? There's no hiding. There's no hiding the fact that you have a divergence, okay? But sometimes hidden, okay? Depends hidden. Let's see what we got here, okay? Sometimes it's a little less obvious, okay? I can't really find a good picture of a hidden divergence here, guys. But the hidden divergence, here we go. This is a good hidden divergence, right? Hidden. What has to be hidden? I don't know, okay? Silhouette. It's a silhouette. That's the thing, okay? It's a little bit less obvious. And so for that, the hidden divergence is, let me see, they're a little bit difficult to find. They work better on higher term time frames. And for hidden divergences, we're going to be looking at also the bottoms and the tops, but it's just in a different way, okay? Oh, man, I can't really find a hidden divergence right here. Here's a good example of a hidden divergence. I mean, this is the 1 minute time frame, right? So you can't give too much weight to hidden divergences on 1 minute time frames, but technically, we could consider this a hidden divergence where momentum makes a higher high and price makes a lower high, which signals continuation of a downward trend, which we can see actually did play out here. Okay, that would be the difference. Okay. Hey, yo, Jay. Hey, my man. Make sure to like the video, guys. If we can get this video up to, 500 likes, I will give a course giveaway. If we can get this thing up to 750 likes, I'm gonna give away $1,500 worth of Bitcoin, 0.025 Bitcoin. All we have to do is like the video, call up your mom, say, "Hey, ma, like the video." Yeah. Sorry, guys. Shout out to Hunter Kerr Fitness for life. Corn has a 4-hour... Whoa, Adobe Flash. Is Adobe Flash even still a thing? So we have a 4-hour bullish div on Market Cipher. Let's check it out for the corn. Let's check it out. The old Bitcoin, my southern grandfather. He took him the longest time to get into that Bitcoin stuff, I'm telling you. And he finally got into it. He finally done got into it. I'm telling him, Grandpa, you got to get yourself some Bitcoin. He did finally get into it. He actually got into Ethereum. Everyone gets into Ethereum. Old people get into Ethereum. You know why? Because you tell them to get some Bitcoin, they're like, where? Got to go to Coinbase. They go on to Coinbase, then they give you a call later that day. They're like, "Hey, son, I went on to that website called Coinbase. Did you ever hear of this thing called Ethereum?" I got me some Ethereum. You know why? Because Ethereum was only $3,000 and the Bitcoin was $60,000. I'm thinking, man, Ethereum might be the next Bitcoin. I'm thinking that might go up to $60,000 too. Some competition going on. You know what I'm saying? Ethereum and Bitcoin. So yeah, my grandpa actually did get the Bitcoin. Got the Ethereum right about here. So he's still in the red, but hey, it's just a healthy correction. Just a little bit of drawdown. Ain't nothing wrong with losing. Let's see here. Ain't nothing wrong with losing 30%. It's not so bad. Could be worse. Could be worse than 30%. At least it's not 70%. At least you don't only have 30% of your original. So I don't see a hidden divergence on the 4-hour time frame for the Bitcoin. I have to be honest with you. I do not see it. I guess I see it. Yes, I do see it. Yeah, I see it. I'm sorry. I would prefer, though, and here's the thing. I would really prefer, because if we go to the lower time frames are not confirming that hidden div for me. I would prefer, if I wanted to see a real hidden div on the 4-hour, that we have a wave coming down, below this area. You could say that this hidden div already played out, right? Because we did have momentum waves, the green dots coming down here. And we did have the price coming up here, right? So we could say that already played out last night. I wouldn't put too much credence into it, except keeping it in mind that it's there and maybe looking for regular divergences as well. Is it possible to trade convergences? Yes, it's totally possible. In fact, let me tell you. Wait, is CryptoFace here? CryptoFace. Shout out to CryptoFace in the chat, man. Good to see you here. Yeah, you could totally trade convergences. In fact, if we are on the 4-hour time frame, we could go back. We could go back in time to some juicy convergence. I mean, it was the juiciest dang convergence we ever seen. Right about here. Now, I remember these days. These were some Elon Musk tweeting days. That's what these were. And you notice something we don't really see on the 4-hour time frame, a bullish divergence, right? We could say, yes, that we see one if we disclude the wicks. And what day was it? January 27th. I think on the 28th or the 29th of January, the day before this happened, I entered a swing long position based on this convergence, and I held that thing all the way until February, the month of February. It was at the time the biggest trade I had ever entered, and the reason was because of this on the 4-hour. If we've been consolidating for a long time like this, right, after this pump, dump, and then trading sideways, while simultaneously you see a big old BitBoy dot, snake eyes on the 4-hour, momentum coming up. Oh man, soul. Oh man. Yeah, while at the same time momentum's coming up like that, even if you're seeing a convergence where price and momentum is coming up at the same time, this is like an anchor wave and a trigger wave, which usually means we're going to have more upward movement from there. The reason I like divergences so much is because divergences are anchor trigger wave, but it's showing an imbalance, right? So you could have read this as a divergence, and this was the juiciest move in the world. In fact, I remember this so clearly because I told my wife, shout out to Big Buzz 28, that I entered a very large position, that I was risking a large amount of capital, much larger than I probably should have, but I saw it as such a good opportunity because of the daily time frame and the 4-hour time frame. And then the next morning, I might have entered that trade on the 28th, after this wave confirmed and the green dot in the daily confirmed. Next morning, I wake up and Elon Musk has pumped us up all the way up here. And I was like, well, dang. Well, Bitcoin, you done it again. Planting my Bitcoin seeds and they're coming up overnight. You know what I'm saying? Sound like just like my good old friend George W. Bush. Love me some nice George W. sauce. Put it on everything. Put that George W. sauce on everything. Turns everything into a conservative. You know what I'm saying? Do I have my sense of smell back? Yes, I do. I have my sense of smell and my sense of taste back. But I notice that sometimes they go away. It's like on and off, which is weird. Or not as strong. Okay, especially the other day I cleaned the chicken coops. Got some pine chip dust all up in the nostrils. And that made me lose some taste, guys. Yeah. Shout out to Memory Man. Says he knows nobody that trades in real life, trying to recruit people. He's trying to get a trading group together. Shout out to Tai Biriu Koi Banu, who's a husband and a father of 4. Blessings to you. May God bless you in the name of Jesus. I pray that you have a good trading journey, man. It's a wonderful journey. It's a wonderful, life-changing journey. Just make sure to do it right. Don't do it wrong. Do it right, man. Do it right. How many likes do we have on this video? Because if we do have 500, I can do a course giveaway. I would love to do a course giveaway. I would love to do it. How many do we have? Let's check it out. This is K-Pax. Wait a second. Oh. How many likes we got? Only 280. Nah, oh well. Can't do it. Bitcoin, 15-minute divergence. Let's check it out. Yeah, guys, let's jack the likes up on this thing. Jack them up. 12-minute. I like the 12-minute better. Yep, 12-minute Bitcoin div. Look at that. Juicy. I hope we keep pumping, guys. I really do. I'm telling you, I hope we keep pumping because I'm still in my long. Right? I'm still in my long. Yeah, I've taken profits. I've taken profits out. But I'm still in it. So if we pump up, man, I would love it. But I have to be honest with you guys. I don't know. I don't know. My confidence level is medium. It's medium. how's ETH doing? Kind of the same as the corn. Curious to see what happens when we get to the VWAP, because that VWAP is giving us some confluence around a golden pocket there. Let's go to a lower term time frame here, and we'll see what happens as we come up to that area. You know, could make for a nice scalp short. Just saying. Could. It could. You know, we'd have to see something like this. You know, the 1 minute doing something like that as the Bitcoin price or something like that. Massive pump, come down. You know, quick in, quick out. I wouldn't mind to get myself into a nice short position just in case we start to dump. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times these scalp trades that I entered, they turn into swings. But let's check out the 3 minute here. Not looking too bearish, I have to be honest with you guys. Not looking bearish at all. Money flow curving to the upside. Momentum waves coming up. So, yeah. Not looking bearish. This isn't looking bearish either. On the 1 minute. The 1 minute. Yeah. Awesome, Tibero, that he lost half of his initial capital and has already recovered 15%. Yeah, check out the interview that I did with K-Pax, man. This dude lost 1.3 million by trading the wrong way, and he made it all back in 3 months by trading the right way. And you know, the course, right? It's there's a 30% discount right now. This will walk you through step by step. And the thing is, trading is not hard. It's not difficult to trade and to learn how to trade. But what is difficult is having the right psychology and the right mindset and having the patience, because that will make or break you. Anybody can do technical analysis and learn that stuff. Anybody can look at Market Cipher and learn that stuff. The hard part is waiting until you see a good opportunity to take a trade and not over trading and wasting your capital on setups that are dumb. That's the hardest part. That's the part that took me the longest to learn. You have to be disciplined, very disciplined. You have to take profits. You know, don't let winners turn into losers, guys. Don't let that happen. Man, ETH is pumping. ETH is pumping. Bitcoin is pumping. Andrew Simmons is a stupid trading king. Yeah, just make a covenant with yourself. Enter into a covenant with yourself. I love the smell of this little mug. This little mug. Anybody ever go to south of the border? At the border between North and South Carolina? I don't know, you know, I like the smell of this mug. It smells like old black coffee. Let's see here. I don't know what's happening with Bitcoin, guys. I don't know. Let's turn on Market Cipher SR. I'm coming right up to the VWAP. Printing a high. Let's see what happens at this VWAP. This could be a rejection right here at the WAP. You know, would love to see a divergence though. I mean, I think, if I ain't mistaken, yeah, we might just be rejecting off the VWAP, which is a bummer. Because I know, I mean, we do have some bearish divs coming in here, right from here. But I would like to see one on the 1 minute, because I know that we have another resistance above us. Right? Talk about being patient and waiting for the right setup. We do have this. Oh, wait a second. What do you know? What do you know? Oh. Did we front run that thing? Yeah, like wait it out. Wait it out. Let's see what happens, you know? I would love to get the bearish div. But who knows? Maybe we don't because of the VWAP confluence. But look at that, though. Levels being respected. Brings joy to your heart. Brings joy to your heart and substance to your belly button. You know, if we do something like this, and then we go, and then, you know, that would make for a good scalp. But other than that, no confirmations, no trade. Oh, that's a good question, Jake S. What would Carl from the Moon say about me sniffing a tiny mug? Well, we're going to have to ask him, okay? You guys are going to have to spam Carl from the Moon and ask him that question. Shout out to Davidas J, who says that the course is amazing, enjoying every second of it. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, Brennan watched a video where someone made 100 random trades and just used good risk management and broke even. Yeah, I know, right? It's like if that's why TA is such a powerful thing. TA and Market Cipher is so powerful because like you can load the dice. Like he's taking 50-50 trades, but if we can take trades that are 80-20 in our favor, then if we're using good risk management, it's like, man, we're going to do really well. You know? We'll do really well. But, yeah, let me see here. Was my ETH trade just stopped out? Dang! My ETH long was stopped out, guys. My ETH long was stopped out. Oh, man, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. I had my stop loss set pretty high. I had it set at 36.80. So, what happened with ETH? Did we really come down to 36? Oh, man. Well, that's a bummer. That's a real bummer. Why you gotta do me dirty like that, Ethereum? Oh, yeah, I had it set above my entry, which was like somewhere down here. Oh, man, ETH. Oh, ETH. Oh, ETH. Why you gotta do me dirty like that, Ethereum? Why? Why? Oh, man. Well, at least I done made me some money. And that's another thing, guys. Let me tell you something else, all right? All that matters is that you're making money, all right? If you're not in a trade, don't matter, right? If your trade gets stopped out early and you still made yourself some dang money, well, then it don't matter, all right? As long as you are closing your trades with more money, or at least the same amount of money as you open your trades with, you're doing all right, okay? We got to have the right perspective about this. It ain't about making $1 million overnight unless you're crypto face, all right? For us normal folk out here, it's just about making sure, first of all, we ain't losing no money, and second of all, making sure that over time, oh my goodness, shut off these dang alerts. Shut these alerts off. Come on, Trading View. What's going on? Wow, ETH also coming up to the golden pocket zone. And the corn. What's the corn going to do here? What is the corn going to do? Yeah, it's just making sure that you close your trades, not that you're not losing money. That's really all it matters. Yeah, I'd be real curious to see what happens here for Bitcoin, but Man, you know, things besides that 1 minute time frame, things do look pretty bullish for Ethereum, huh? Well, guys, I am gonna have to cut the stream. It's been a good one though. Oh my goodness. I can't take these alerts anymore. I just can't take them. I simply cannot. I simply cannot. All right, guys, I'm going to have to cut this stream. But appreciate everyone for being here. It's been a good time. It's been a great time. Pray that the Lord blesses all of you. Man, those alerts are going wild right now. Those alerts are just getting wild. Yeah, so receive this blessing in the Hebrew language. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichunecha, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom, b'shem Yeshua HaMashiach, Elohei Israel, which means in English, may the Lord bless you, may the Lord protect you. May he cause his face to shine his light upon you, and may he have grace upon you, and may the Lord turn his face towards you and give you peace. In the name of Jesus the Messiah, the God of Israel. Amen. I do pray that all of you are blessed, not just financially,